Let me tell you, the man was so stupid and coward by not going further. He didn't speak about how Christians were killed from far north, Sokoto. He didn't speak about Christians when they were killed in Jigawa silently. Maiduguri, Zamfara, Katsina, Kano, silenced in the typical village, local governments. He didn't speak about the killing of Christians in Kaduna, Niger. He didn't speak about that.
All right, welcome to Pulse Media Services. Pulse Media Services is here to give you inciting engagement on the media and news out there in various aspects of our national life, both in Christianity, religion, focusing much on Christianity as a religion, economy, and governance. But this particular video has to do with religion, where it intertwined with governance or politics. Now this particular man of God, that Reverend Achuma, is talking tough about the killings in the north. Don't forget that we have been designated as a country of special concern, which entails that we may not be giving render any form of assistance when necessary in fighting terrorism in Nigeria. Now, once to watch this video, let me know what you think. I'll be back.
Let me tell you, the man was so stupid and coward by not going further. He didn't speak about how Christians were killed from far north, Sokoto. He didn't speak about Christians when they were killed in Jigawa silently. Maiduguri, Zamfara, Katsina, Kano, silenced in the typical village, local governments. He didn't speak about the killing of Christians in Kaduna, Niger. He didn't speak about that. We have a missionary that we have invested in Kainji areas. Now they abuse. They have killed many Christians. Have been to that terrain, and now they didn't know what happened in Bauchi. They say us how they invaded the land. They want to wipe them in Bauchi, Michika, Madagali, Taraba. There is a gate coming down to Plateau, Benue. He didn't speak about that. Those Christians that were butchered, they buried them there. Those that escaped to the Middle Belt, when the insurgents discovered that there's no Christians, God came down and divided them, and that become complete connivance, rivals. The Shias, the Izalas, who killed them? They were killing one another. And 70% of the insurgents, the Boko Haram, they are Izalas. If they find the other sect that are Islam, they follow them to the mosques, they kill them because there's no Christian. God say they will pay. They start fighting each other. It is God at work. The common Reno, or what is that his name? He came out and said there's no genocides like that in Nigeria. That man, I've forced him already. He will never know peace down to the grave. The blood of people that have entered my brain, I transfer them, my head, to his life. He will not escape. I want all Nigerians to know the man will never escape. He has been doing devious life to to different government. This time around, he has crossed his line. If I exist without seeing God crushing that man, then I'm a bastard. Because the blood, the people that are being killed in the north, for him coming out, he has crossed the line. He's finished. The only hope for him, that he will buy my heart. Let him repent. Let him repent. If Reno and Mokari will repent, and those kind of officials that came out and deny there is no genocide, if they don't repent, oh no, it is God at work. They were one in dealing with the Christians. After the Christians were not there, division came in. God said, I come down. You have touched my people. You have killed my people. You end up killing one another. Now, election is coming. That's why they are afraid. So the only thing, the Fulani are tools to destroy us, to kill us. There is genocide. It's in my car. It's in my car. And do you want me to show you evidence? It's in my car. It's right there. Come and see pictures of genocides, including small children. Very soon I will make a press release. I will present how small children are among those that are killed. I will present the recent killings that Nigerian government don't want the world to know. They are saying that they are opposing my own government, exposing them. Okay, are they not exposing us, the Fulani terrorists, by refusing to come to our aid when we cry out? It's exposing us. Let them continue killing us. Then they turn their face as if nothing is happening.
I'm Pastor Gideon Dowell from Christ Apostolic Church. I'm a pastor, as I've said, working with Christ Apostolic Church as a ordained minister. On that very day, being December 24 December 2023, 2023 year, it was Christmas Eve, and people are preparing towards the next day for Christmas celebration. In my church where I was pastoring as Christ Apostolic Church in Bar Bokos local government area of Plateau State. And that very day, it was a day that I will never forget in my life. Because of what happened that very day around 7 p.m. Everybody was home, everybody was preparing, not knowing that the Fulani are coming for an attack that very day. And as the place get darker that day, we had, and I was outside far away from the house when I discovered that we saw a particular house set ablaze, and we heard them enchanting Allahu Akbar. There were many, so they rushed into the community, and unfortunately my family were inside the house, and they rampaged the community. They burned houses, and they burned my wife, my 5 children, my belongings, the storages, what I harvested, the mobility I was using. And as I told you, I was outside the house at the moment. I didn't mean I was inside. I believe I could have been a victim too. And I thought my family ran away from the house, and I don't know that they were, when they entered the mission house, my wife locked the door, and they were born inside the house, including everything I had. So when we came back the next morning, I was trying to call my wife because let me know where they run to. Unfortunately, I didn't know that they were inside until some people entered there and discovered that they saw 5 born bodies inside them. And when I noticed that, when it came to my knowledge that these are my children, then I fainted and I was carried to the Plateau Hospital, just University Hospital. And that was how that day was so dangerous day. I can't forget that day in my life when I lost everything I had, material things, and my entire family.
Some of these bones, it's not better you pack it for the next.
My first daughter was schooling with College of Health Technologies. One, she was home. The second daughter was in ATB Bauchi. She has just arrived from us. Everybody came home for celebration. We were discussing on, okay, how do we do this? How we do this with my children? This one is saying that he need this. Time has gone. This one is saying that after we do this. We are discussing. The best moment we had was a lot of fried meats were there, chalk talking, wishing ourselves, oh, we have once gathered again as a family, we have a good time talking to each other, and then I don't tell them, okay, they should give me just more time. Let me go up there where they to receive something to come back home. Then that seems the last day, and that was the last moment we met with them. My church was burned down, the instrument, everything that was in the church, my Bibles, my materials were inside, everything was burned down. The entire church was razed down and was burned down. And within my environment, there was no any church except that my only church. So that's why the whole church was burned down, including members' houses were burned down. Before my house, there are some houses before my house. So they left the houses, they first attacked the mission house first. If you're going back to other houses, if you can go there now, we can even see the house the first house that could have been burned down, because after their houses, the first house was there, they left the house. Directly they come to the mission house and burn the house. They started with the mission house before going back to others. Yeah, after my entire family, there was already 8 people that were killed. One aged father, 2 aged parents, and some youths were shot to death, and they burned houses. In fact, a lot of houses were burned down, and some material things that belonging to my members were burned down, and people lost many things. The attack was well organized. It wasn't that one community alone that was burned down. There are some small hamlets around. They burned them too. So they started at the same time, but different places.
We buried about 150 all over in the zone, or more than that number, are the people that were killed and slaughtered like animals by the Fulani people. And they came to attack them, and they killed them. They burned churches, houses were burned, and the people are helpless.
To me, I look at it, they targeted Christmas because everybody will be home. And they use that opportunity to make sure that they achieve what they want. Because that moment, in a place, everybody comes home for Christmas celebration, as we all know. Everybody comes home for the celebration, so they want to use that opportunity so that they now eliminate so many people because everybody's home. They are Fulanis. Perfectly, they are Fulanis. 2, they were having weapons, AK-47, anything above it, petroleum. I saw them from where we were hiding. In fact, some of them, we worked together with them. Let me tell you one surprising thing. Most of them, my wife supplied maize for them. Most of them. And do you know that one of them, after the attack, one Fulani man met me. He was begging me that if I told you to do it, you should not do it to my wife. Simply because she supplied them maize before they gave her money. So they are totally Fulani people. Some of them, we know them. No Muslim was affected because they know, all of the Muslims within us, they know. They shifted. Since the first thing we have never seen before, we would have understand what they were doing, but they shifted themselves to one direction, not knowing that it's a plan, something you have never seen, you have never experienced, you don't know what's happening. No Fulani man was killed. None. So the plan was strictly on Christians. Strictly on Christians. After that 24th December 2023, attacks has been going on. When I heard that the case so place, I quickly remember my family. When I see children that escape narrowly, especially in town, they will now tell me that they killed their parents. I quickly remember my family. Every day, sir, every week will never pass by without me shedding tears.